I mean, we don't need some grand intro, sir. It's gonna be fine.
No,
People
we
know
don't
what the hell
need
they clicked on.
we don't need
Just a
Jeff's
bunch of
Robo
idiots.
intro. Weatherman voice of the
Yeah,
year goes to Jeff,
yeah, that's true. That's very true.
but
Well, no, I'm with you. I think you know, as my time gets spread thinner and thinner, I only really want to play the games I want to play anymore. I have no interest in grinding the division when I can simply log on when Hans and Hugo are on and have them power level me up to max level in like 2 seconds and then log off. Like, all right, that's fine.
yeah,
That's about all I need.
I think that's more naturally how we're going, and that's just the more fun and time saving way we can do things. Because I mean, I've been getting re-addicted to StarCraft, just the story mode, not the multiplayer. Because obviously last night I was slow as shit when we were talking about Game of Thrones right after the episode. I was like, "Fuck, everyone's already built up. Like, what the hell's going on here?"
Well,
Fuck.
that's the one where you got to have StarCraft is turned into build orders that you look up online, and then how well can you execute them.
I
But I
think
mean,
my coworker
it
would
is
say
what
that
it
there
is.
was like in the game now that there's like training saying like at this time you should be doing this, at this time you should be doing that, blah blah blah. So I might look at that after I'm done with the Legacy of the Void
Yeah, build
campaign.
orders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the build orders are, 12 supply, do this, that. Now, then what it comes down to is honestly that'll get you through the first 5 to 7 minutes, but then after that you have to read and react.
Right.
They have some build orders that will take you up to like the 15-minute mark if you're trying to do some crazy push, but at the end of the day, if your opponent comes in with an overwhelming amount of units because your scouting wasn't as good or whatever it is, then all of a sudden everything adjusts and that goes out the window. But the first 5 minutes is you got to be on point.
No, I think I just got to get re-exposed to it, but I want to sit down and like enjoy the campaign a little bit.
No, I'm with you. It's that's kind of more my chill game now. I'll play the computer, I'll play fours or the campaign. Um, that's kind of more my just chill and watch TV or whatever game. But
Yeah.
I've just been so hardcore after playing Apex on console for so long to play it on PC. It was just ridiculous.
That's something we could talk about. You and me have been playing a lot of PC, especially with
Yeah.
Apex. Like the transition for me has been a bit cumbersome because I didn't play as much PC as you did back in the day.
Yeah.
I've been mainly like a console gamer, but I think I'm starting to readjust.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just it's all mouse, man. Just turn your sensitivity down. No, that sounds crazy. Just do it.
Yeah.
That's gonna help you immensely.
I don't
Because
know.
like once you start to get used to it and you can trace people, like then you can start owning. Now, I'm not throwing up like 10 kill. Well, I mean, just like 10 kill games with 3 wins in a row, like I am on Xbox. But at least I'm competitive. I don't think I've been hacked yet. Maybe once, but other than that,
Yeah.
it's been pretty clean. Everybody's it's an epidemic of hackers. Yeah, I haven't seen like any, so I don't know if that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Phil put it best when I started playing with him for the first time. It was like the aiming is phenomenal. I make a way more fucking shots than I used to on console. But the trade-off for now is I can't really like juke someone with my movements. Because console, you can just easily just move around someone and like get behind them or dodge, dip, dive, whatever the fuck you want
Dodge,
to do.
duck,
Dip, dive,
dive.
Yeah, there
Like-
you go.
Like it's way easier with a controller in your hand, but for me, well, I also have arthritis in my hand, so it's a lot harder to move my fingers around and hold them in certain places. But they're adjusting; it's a good workout for them. So
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I feel like the last time we played, I was making more shots and getting out of certain scenarios, but not good enough yet.
Well, and one thing that just makes it so much better is like playing Pathfinder from PC to console is not even comparable with the stuff that you're able to pull off. I mean, I played Bloodhound almost exclusively on console because the ult's pretty good, but the frame rate drop's starting to get to me, especially after playing. The PC I have is the absolute almost best crap you can buy today. So I'm at like 150 frames, like at all times. So it makes a difference. But like being able to turn around, like when you're in Skull Town and you're on the ground and like you're getting shot, and like maybe you down one or two people, but then oh no, you're screwed. You can look up at the wall as soon as it connects, do a 180 jump, and it'll flip you up to the top of the building where you can heal up, reload, and then jump back down. And you can do that continuously. And you can just juke the hell out of people, and that type of play is just not possible on console.
Yeah.
So that makes a huge difference. I mean, you might be able to do it if your sensitivity is really high, but then, I don't know, the aiming starts to take a hit.
Yeah, I'll have to play around with it more. Because I'm definitely going to start playing more with you and Nathan and all them. So, but it sucks that like all my skins are on the console and I have to re-earn them again. It's just, it hurts.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wish I would have put the money into the PC version, but I wasn't expecting everybody to get a PC, and I was going to do it eventually, but... And here's the crazy thing, Jeff bought a nice PC, but then he won't play with us, so I don't even know what the fuck that's about.
I'm using my nice PC to play Minecraft.
Oh my god, are you serious?
You're one of those tool bags.
Oh.
I mean, I could be as bad as Jay and playing, like, Terraria all day, every day.
Yeah, that's even worse. Oh, I play a little bit Terraria.
I think he plays, like, almost exclusively, like,
No,
Civ 6.
They've been playing Satisfactory and a bunch of other like building games.
Yeah,
Shit that you're not gonna care about.
Yeah, I say Q y'all dogging. I finally listened to the first part of that spoiler episode for your Fairy Fun Time game. What was it called? And you're like, if he doesn't have a gun in his hand, he's not gonna play it. First off, fuck you. Second off, yeah, you're probably right.
First part of any problem is admitting that you have one. So that's a step in the right direction.
I just I want to like go, like give me action now. I don't want to like sit like, dude, at work I look at numbers and I build loans all day and do this and that. I don't want to come do that at home. I want action. Like give me something to go. Like I play video games for entertainment. It's just I don't know. Never been my style.
No, I gotcha. I mean, I'm not gonna force it down your throat.
No, I mean, you couldn't, even if you wanted to. Chase issued that challenge for me to play some game. And Jeff was like, there you go, man.
I would have told him to go fuck himself. Like, what are you thinking?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Frankly, I don't care. I work 6 days a week. I only have so much time. I'm good.
I'm not going to learn astrophysics in a month just to play this game.
Wait, is that seriously, like, what the hell that is?
I don't know.
What?
I would assume something.
No, it's a much more simplified
astrophysics or whatever.
Yeah, it's a space simulator.
Well, because you guys, they were playing Satisfactory. I was talking to Nathan about this. I dabbled in Factorio when it was like early access or whatever, but my computer couldn't run it without stuttering every like 3 seconds, so I just never played it with them. But like, that looked kind of cool. I mean, as long as you're playing with your teammates together, it's like that plus a mini tower defense game. Like, that's kind of cool. I would never sit down and play something like No Man's Sky.
I could play that, but that's.
I know. Like, I mean, y'all did. Y'all were way into it. Not my thing.
Like, I was into it just because it was like a nice chill game after like a long ass day, and I just didn't feel like playing Destiny 2 or Rainbow Six. Like, my brain just wasn't there to play it. I feel like nowadays, like, I'm not gonna, like, if I'm tired of shit, I'm not gonna play Rainbow. I'm just gonna be a hindrance on the team. So I'll like jump on No Man's Sky on Xbox, and actually I have another game like that on PC now, which is Stardew Valley. Looks interesting.
See what you're talking about, man. And Kirk, you need to do this. We need to play the co-op on StarCraft.
Is there co-op?
You pick a hero. No.
Oh.
You pick a hero, and there's like, I don't know, like 20 missions or something, and it loads you into a random mission, and it's you and someone else, aka your buddy, and you play a specific hero, and that hero has a set of units they can build. Some units from StarCraft 1, some from StarCraft 2, but it's not the full tech tree. It's a very, very modified tech tree with all sorts of crazy units. Some stuff that's not even in the game. It was just concepts. They just threw it in there. And you have a scenario that you have to beat. And it can be, Hello Kitty fun time easy to one of the most ball-crushingly impossible scenarios just based on the difficulty.
Ooh,
It's
I
a
like
lot
that.
of fun. And, like, each mission's, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. And it's just fun to sit there and chill. We definitely need to do that. That's my after a long day thing.
I'm down with that, but first let me finish Legacy of the Void, because then I'll get back more into the groove, and I'll have played some of those like objective missions that you're talking about, just to get me a good feel for it. But dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, like one of them's like survive for half an hour, and like if you played as long as I have, hard once you get past the first 15 minutes is a joke, but the insane is just like, oh hell.
What do we do now?
But like, there was one I was playing yesterday where my teammate left because he was garbage and his base got killed. But like it alternates between day and night, and at nighttime your base is under constant attack, and during the daytime you have to go destroy the buildings, and you have to destroy all the buildings at some point, to win the match. But like the more night cycles it goes through, it gets harder. So the faster you are, like the better, like. It's just really cool. I mean, it really is.
I think that was a mission in Wings of Liberty. Like you had to fend
I mean,
off the Zerg, or no, you had to infected civilians, and all you had were.
It's very similar to that. Yeah, absolutely. So they kind of take those campaign missions and put them in a multiplayer package.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yes, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and then the best part is every hero has 15 levels, and like every level you unlock a new unit or a new upgrade, or whatever it was, because like the Zerg campaign, you need to go play. Honestly, that was probably my favorite because you get Kerrigan as a hero unit the whole time.
Oh, dude, I had a fun time. That was the first time I ever played Zerg.
Okay.
And I had such a blast. I was like, okay, this
Dude,
is
those
why
Zerglings
people
that can
love
jump
these.
up and down cliffs. What? How awesome would that be? That'd be so OP.
No, I understand why you play Zerglings or Zerg all the time now. Like I had such a fun time playing that campaign just to get a perspective of those characters. So
well, the best part is if like once you learn all your hotkeys, in the middle of an attack, you hit like your bases, select larva, punch in all the units really quick that you want to build, and then shift click add them to your group, and then double tap your group, and then keep attacking. And like you don't have to go back and forth except to maybe like inject.
Yeah, that's what's gonna take me some time to get used to. But
yeah,
I will get there.
The Zerg cycle of fighting and battling, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna insert myself really quick. Are we just gonna keep doing this, or are we gonna do Division?
What? Oh yeah, the Division.
Anybody can't notice, we're kind of taking the podcast in a new direction. Just because new games have come out consistently this whole first quarter, but it's about to hit like an all-time low. And I mean, I think better for you, the listener, we should just talk about what games we've been playing throughout the week, because Apex has had a ton of updates. Destiny 2 has had a ton of updates, and we haven't really been playing that game, but I plan on going back at some point. Rainbow Six Siege, we've been putting that on the back burner for a while, and we can definitely talk about that, about the April 1st update. I feel like we've skipped on. So I think we're going to try out this new layout, and I think it's better for everyone listening that we just talk about what games we're playing, because we've said it once and we'll say it again. Like, we're your 9 to 5 gamer. We don't have time to play everything. So I think we're going to just play the games we want to play, and then we're going to reconvene on this podcast and just talk about the stuff. I mean, we're just hanging out.
No, and I'm totally with you. At some point, we'll probably bring up Far Cry 5 once I actually beat that game, which I still have yet to do.
Oh, I want to talk about the ending with you guys so badly.
That's fun. I'm on like the last like zone. I think I'm like almost to the point where I could go fight the final dude.
Yeah.
We just need to actually do it.
Yeah, I've just been doing all the side missions, and then what dropped? Was that Destiny expansion or something dropped, and then I just never finished it?
I think it was the Black Armory that dropped.
Yeah, and then I was
playing Far Cry, and then Black Armory dropped, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Dude, we had a good Rainbow session on Saturday night. That was good. I definitely want to play some more of that. Now there's just so many games.
Can we just have someone else in the group besides Glenn?
I kind of wanted to bring Hansi on to this episode, since we're going to be talking about Division 2, because he's played the most. He's on our clan's leaderboard every weekend, and we play throughout the
Oh,
week.
I was talking to him about the other day. He put up 10.5 million experience in 2.5 days.
Yeah, it's that dude knows how to play that game. I don't know what it is, but then
I
again,
mean, he
okay,
just kind of gets locked in and goes. I still really like it. The raid's gonna come out too late to hold my attention. Great, you added a strike. Okay, give me. So for those people listening, if you haven't played it, sorry, is what it is. The thing that ruined this game for me, and it's not that it's bad. I don't really care. And I bet on myself and I call it. Oh, this is going to be the one that stays. I retract that. I lose. I was wrong. The fact that the Dark Zone doesn't drop only contaminated loot kills this game. Because I can only play the same mission so many times. And the Dark Zone was the fun part to that. And the fact that all the gear you get in there just goes to your backpack and you no longer have to extract. You never even see people in there anymore. It's just,
Well, we only went in once.
I went in more.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. Towards the end, just to try to figure. And then I even asked Hans, how long have you been in there? Like, what's going on? Because I guess there's some gun that only drops in one of the DZs. And he's like, oh, I've been in here 4 hours. I saw one other guy a couple hours ago. And I was like,
that's
wow, really?
But it also depends on which one he was in.
Well, and I'm willing to give it another try. I just, after buying the gaming PC and playing on that again, I mean, it is a better experience. If you say PC Master Race, I hate you still. You're right, but don't be a douche. But yeah.
I mean,
I'm just not willing to spend another $60 and all that time to play everything over again.
Yeah, I'll add on top of that. I mean, I was full forge head to get leveled up because I fell behind with Division 2, way behind. But after catching up and doing all the strongholds and missions, and then doing the invaded missions, which sucked because everything you did up to that point to get to the end game was just worthless because you had to do all over again. I got so burnt out after I finished. I finally hit World Tier 5, last weekend, and I was just I'm kind of done. I've looked over the exotics. There's nothing that reaches out and grabs me armor or weapon-wise that I want to work for. And after talking to Hugo and Hansi and how much they've been grinding and playing, and Hugo's been getting the shittiest luck ever. He hasn't gotten anything good drop for him. He's maybe gotten one exotic, and Hansi pretty much has them all. And almost has all of the pieces for the teal armor set. It's just I hear that and I'm like, I kind of want to go play Apex with Danny or go play some Rambo with the crew. Just go play something else or continue to play the StarCraft 2 campaign. Or I even bought Hyper Light Drifter, which is a short 8-bit game, but it's a ton of fun. It's just
yeah.
I got so burnt out doing the same things over again. I did it all by myself. Not to say that I needed help, but not that anyone
everybody's ahead of you. They don't want to go back and grind that. And I think
I'm not going to make people do that.
I mean, as soon as the raid drops, we'll do the same thing. I was gear score 240. I had Hansi and Hugo drop armor for me in their world tier with missions. And in an hour and a half, I was 481, and I was talking shit to Jeff, who was in the same group, because I had out-leveled him at that point. And he had played close to probably, 10 times the amount that I had.
Yeah.
And it's just with that catch-up mechanic, go do the raid, figure out the crap, see if it's even worth my time, and then if it is, I'll just go in there, you'll drop your gear, and then I'll be max level. Cool, I'm good.
I'm curious how these raids are going to turn out, because I hear raid and I keep thinking about Destiny 2 and all the mechanics they put into their raids. I don't see how they're going to do that with Division 2. I'm sorry. I hope they do something awesome with it.
Have you not read the leak?
Surprised. What's that?
Have you not read the leak?
No, I haven't.
I read something about it.
Well, tell us about it, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's 8-man raid. You're going to be split up into teams of 4. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick those teams or not.
You better be able to.
Yeah, don't put me.
Well, I don't know if fuck Glenn's not doing the fucking raid. I don't raid with Glenn anymore. Love him to death, but Jesus. No, there's going to be instances where all 8 people fight together. There's going to be instances where One team of four goes off and has to do something in order for the other team of four to progress. There's a lot that will apparently happen. We will see when it actually comes out, which I think is at the end of this month.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so soon. Cause I mean, I might jump back on and get to like gear level 500 to match up with you guys. Cause I wanted to get to world tier 5 just so that the next strike that comes out that puts you at another world tier, I'll be ready to go. I'll just have to do that one strike with you guys, and then I'm back to playing whatever.
Yeah, I think I have to do 4 missions and 2 strongholds. And I'll be world tier 5. I mean, I'm just trucking them because I'm already like 480, so I'm already above the requirements by a lot. They're easy as hell solo, but I just like it's sad. Like I can't even bring myself to do that. I just don't care. I just don't.
Well,
I
see, the thing that you're overlooking with this whole thing is that, yeah, you might be 480 and might be able to trek through to World Tier 5, but your gear balance is going to matter whenever we do the raid.
Yeah, I mean you're right, but I want to see, is the raid fun? Is it worth grinding for? Like at least for the most part, Destiny raids are fun. Like the Gauntlet, I thought was a really cool original idea. The Callus fight, I liked it, except for that right side in the little zone because the stupid thing was broken. Um, Dogs were okay. Pools were fun. I mean, that's totems from King's Fall. Like, at least the mechanics were kind of cool and like worth it. But if it's like seriously like this team has to reach this button to press it, and you got to deal with 4 hunters, and it's just like, all right, let me sit here and empty 4 clips of each of my guns into this guy, and then take 2 steps forward. That's not fun. Like jumping on puzzles and crystals to be able to damage, and then go into a puzzle room and having to time out 4 people to jump on a square to unlock the stairs to go to the top. But this and that's fun. But simply just shooting the same guy 500 times is just kind of lost on me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Although I will say there was one time that it was just me and Hugo playing, like we were just doing missions, and he was just dropping gear for me, and I was helping him out with whatever he was doing, and we were teaming up and like taking shit out tactically. And I'll say that was fun. But if a raid's gonna take us like hours, like Destiny 2 did, I don't know how much of that I could take. Like right now, I need like I will come back to Division 2 probably this. Well, actually, no, not this weekend, but at some point soon. But right now, I need a palate cleanser. I need a break. Because, yeah, like Danny said, it's just shoot 'em ups. It's just shooting bullet sponges or hitting a certain weak point. But that's about it.
Well, I mean, that was kind of my point with like the Destiny raids. Destiny raids, besides, Last Wish, which was them basically telling the community to go after yourself, that you can't beat the thing in 3 hours. But it was mechanic heavy. If you are the correct level, it's not about, oh, can you stay alive? It's can you execute what you're supposed to do while staying alive? I mean, you can kill these guys in one shot if you got a hand cannon. But if it simply is just kill all these bullet sponges, yeah, check me out. I'm good.
That's what was like. What wasn't there a raid or something in? Oh, Crota's End. Wasn't Crota's End pretty much just a bullet sponge?
No, Crota's End. You had the throwaway, or no? You had the
Crota fight.
The lamps. You talking about what?
I can't remember. For some reason, I'm thinking about like something in Destiny 2 was like all it was just a bullet sponge, and people were like, "Fuck this, I'm done." I don't know if it was a strike or a raid, but there's something in it, and it pretty much killed.
You talking about Destiny 2 where they were saying like, "Screw this, I'm done." You talking about the Exodus Black Strike where the dude teleports and it's all time gated damage phases?
I think so, or maybe it was Destiny 1. At some point, there was something that was like just a bullet sponge strike or raid, and it was killing Destiny because it was like it's boring.
Well, the raids have always been the same. There's never really been a bullet sponge one. It's just damage phase cycles.
Maybe it was a strike boss that I'm thinking
the strikes, I mean, most of them in Destiny 1 were, bullet sponges with ads coming in here and there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's mostly been. I think that's the one thing Destiny 2 is right, but I don't know. You got me on that one, man.
Yeah, I just remember something we were bitching about. It was just like, oh, this is just a bullet sponge. Fuck this. I'm done. But my point being is just the fact that like bullet sponges aren't fun anymore. Like maybe back in the day when we had nothing else to play, but we've kind of been spoiled with like Destiny 2 and other games like it.
We are evolved high-class gamers now. Please give me more content.
Yes, I'm a classy gamer. You can now picture all of us in suits holding cigars and whiskey glasses. I don't know.
I'm sipping on some wine if that makes a difference because, I'm high-class as hell. Let me tell you.
Is the pinky extended or retracted?
Nah, pinky's still down.
Okay. Not that fancy yet, but...
No, especially because I poured some sparkling water into it to make it kind of like a sangria. Yep. High class as hell.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Danny's a basic white bitch.
Caitlin actually turned me on to it. I like it.
But, I don't know. Division 2 is... I'm slowly getting away from it, and I hate to say it. I had high hopes. I was having fun at first, playing through the story and paying attention to it, but then it became a catch-up game. And I hate that.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing.
It did for me.
If you actually play through it at your own pace and enjoy it, it's not a big deal. But it's like you have the people in our group, Hugo and Hansi, that, the damage scaling's somewhat okay, but you're still getting killed in like one bullet. Like, if you didn't grind with them, then you couldn't play with your friends. And they kind of fixed it a little bit, but you're still at a huge disadvantage, which is why they did the dropping the gear thing. But if they can just drop me the top tier gear, why the hell would I play in the first place? I'm just going to be handed everything. So the game is great as a solo player. Fun game, go around and explore, phenomenal. If you are trying to catch up with your buddies, that's what sucks. I feel like we got to be at least a little objective because it's not a bad game.
No,
it's a really fun game. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's just if you're trying to race to be world's first in anything in Destiny or any looter shooter, it's going to turn into a job. It's not going to be fun.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to me near the end. I was playing too much catch up, and I was like, "Fuck!" I kind of fucked myself on that because I was enjoying like the campaign and playing at my own pace, and just trying out.
No, the game is fun. No, the game is a lot of fun. I just sometimes would rather drop Skulltown. So
get that quick.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying, man. Get them 5 kills to start working on my sword banner.
There was some other stuff that was happening too in Division 2. I was having trouble with. We already talked about the level scaling at first when we first started playing. Like, Jeff would join my game trying to help me out through strikes. And I just told him to get the fuck out. I was like, everything shoot me in one bullet. I was like, please leave.
Yeah, that was fun.
For you, maybe. I was sitting there, like, pulling my hair out. I was like, okay, I'll just...
Well, that was one of the things that they fixed on the first patch.
Yes, they did. I'll say that they fixed that really quickly.
Yeah. I mean, it still made it more difficult. I mean, as it should. But yeah, before they fixed it, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the fix, it was
really bad.
You guys see, I get that we're a month into the game now, and we're gonna sink into the end game stuff more. You guys are completely skipping over the fact that the map is to actual size, like all the small little details that they put into this that made it such a good game.
No, I'll say this up front. It is a gorgeous game to play through. The weather effects,
yeah, it really is.
Everything to scale, like you just said. Like I had a fun time just exploring. But like I said earlier, I fucked myself trying to play the catch-up mechanic to get to where you guys were at because I didn't want to be left out. I kind of wish I knew when the raid was dropping. Because at the time, I was like just busy as hell, and I just jumped online, and I was like, there's no time to read Reddit right now, which I probably should have, because then I would be like, oh, I have 3 more weeks now before the raid drops. I could have taken my time. Because honestly, with the exotics, like I was saying earlier, like the exotics and armor, there's nothing grabbing out at me right now.
Well,
it comes out next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Next Thursday?
Okay.
Yep.
As I said, my parents come in town on Thursday, so I won't be doing anything until Tuesday.
I'll try to get on more next week to get to gear level 500. I'm pretty sure I'm close. I know I'm at like 491, 492.
I'll let you guys do all that, and you can just drop me some armor real quick, and we'll give it a go.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
It actually is. That's how you got me.
I mean, it is, but like, you still have to balance your shit.
Figure it out, man. I mean, it's gonna be okay.
Not when you fucking go into the raid with a fucking skill power of 204.
See, here... The what?
With a skill power of 204.
Oh, okay. Well, once again, this backs up exactly my thoughts. Just like in Destiny, as long as you were on power level, it wasn't about did you waste your entire life specking out to shoot a bullet sponge versus, oh, is this actually fun and engaging mechanics? If it is, you must play game like Nazi Germany and be perfect every time, then I'm never going to play it again because I don't care about that in the slightest. I just want it to be fun. Specking should make you able to speed run and should make things easier and have cool combos. But if you have to play the game like a second job, then yeah, I'm out. I'm good.
Yeah, you have a good point. Destiny 2, the raids, you don't have to be at the same level as everyone else.
Dude, Jeff was doing the raids. He wasn't even running freaking exotic armor, and he was a Titan. He didn't even.
No, yeah,
I don't know
like
how you did that.
you would have to be more like cautious of what you're doing, and it would show more of your raiding skills because you could survive with lower armor.
Well,
Like half the fucking Twitch streamers out there, like they're massively under level, but they still beat the raid because they've done this before. They know what to do. They
Well,
know to be careful.
it's mechanic based. Who doesn't jack up the mechanic? The only reason Last Wish was so amazing to watch was because it was the eyes, man. The eyes were a tough mechanic. Everything else was fine.
Yeah.
Now they were being under leveled, so like you get picked off a hell of a lot easier. So you got to be careful. But I mean, once you get it down, it's not hard because it's not about hey, have you dedicated your entire life to this game just to be able to beat this one mission? Only to be disappointed and never get 1,000 voices.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, what's this raid gonna drop us? Like, is there gonna be any cool gear, emotes?
Well, we don't really know what the drops are going to be yet. See, the fundamental difference is that while, yes, both the Division and Destiny are looter shooters, you have to remember that Destiny is set in an environment that kind of lends itself to these greater weapons than what we're used to. The Division is what we have today. So
Oh no! I'm not arguing that.
yeah.
so
But
like
I mean-
when people go like, well, if someone were to say, well, Destiny just has better weapons, meh. You're comparing apples to oranges.
More interesting.
Yeah, but it's given an environment where it can be more interesting.
Yeah.
Well, and then that lends itself to the question: is there a way to make a militaristic shooter, like looter shooter, interesting other than, hey, if you grind long enough, this gun will do more damage to that bullet sponge than that other gun? I mean, is there a way to do that? So that's another question altogether. I guess we're gonna find out. I mean, it's a wonderful game. There's a couple things that make no sense to me. Like they finally took out the fact that attachments had negative effects on guns. I thought that was pretty damn funny.
I'm glad they quickly took that out. I mean, it's not like something they just
No, I
wanted
don't
to
think
try.
they should have. I mean, a suppressor shouldn't give you range. A suppressor literally reduces the range on a gun.
Well, I'm not saying that, but why is putting a grip on my gun gonna lower my accuracy? Can you explain that one?
Because of the way that you hold it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm with Danny on that
Vertical
one.
a
It
vertical
doesn't-
grip will make it stabilize. But you're
Okay,
not-
so
yeah.
suppressor should lower damage because of bullet velocity, which there lowers range. I get that. If you have a scope on it and you bring it up to your face, it should be a lot slower because that makes sense. But if I'm putting a highly advanced stock and grip on my gun's suddenly not going to become less accurate than it was. Sorry.
Some of them were stupid. Some of them weren't.
That was my point. So I mean, whatever. But
I liked it either way. Like
the
I thought it made
Sorry,
it
go ahead.
more like interesting. You'd actually pick and choose what. I don't like the fact that they did that for scopes because sometimes like some of the pluses and minuses for the scopes made sense, but some of them didn't. I was like,
Well, yeah, and that's my thing. Like, I think some attachments should have drawbacks on them. I mean, that's
Yes.
fine. You got a bigger magazine; it's more cumbersome. That should lower your reload speed because you got this big old drum. You got, oh gosh, look at that, right? But to have a grip, lower stability or accuracy, that's just stupid. So I think they did a Band-Aid patch and just all right, delete all the negative ones, and then we'll come back with something later. The one thing that drives me nuts, and if anybody can relate, please. Oh my gosh, it drives me insane. when you're in the menu trying to put stuff on your gun, make the damn list scroll up and down and not like side to side and kind of rig them. Just that's so frustrating trying to manage attachments. It's just dumb.
Oh, that was annoying at first, but I kind of got used to it pretty quickly. Didn't really bother me
I just
as
don't
much.
think that should be in there. Just have it like a menu system. Like, I don't know.
I see your
That
point.
drives
but
me nuts.
yeah,
I mean,
should
you can
be-
get used to it. I just drives me
You
nuts.
should be a menu system.
you're a tool. I'm just gonna say that.
I was trying to think of some like quippy comeback for how that wasn't funny in the slightest, but then you just encompassed that one for me.
I don't know. Yeah, Division 2 is fun. I'm burnt out right now, and I will come back to it. I have high hopes for the raid, but I'm gonna do it like Anthem. I'm not gonna hold my breath though.
Gosh,
Can I talk about that for like 5 minutes? Like, I don't.
Well,
even
after everything that came out, like, yeah, it makes sense why that was like the worst game of all time.
So yeah, so you sent
No
us
Man's
a video.
Anthem?
Yeah, so you sent us a video saying this game had what 6 years, 5-6 years.
It was a 7-year development cycle with a year and a half of actual.
development, but 6 years of pre-development.
Yeah, I thought they only
Oh
had like
my
15 months
fucking
to program
God.
the entire game.
Like I watched that whole entire 30-minute video, and I was just like cringing. Like I work in software, and I'm just like, oh.
So
What
those
the
of you
fuck?
that don't know what we're talking about, Angry Joe put out a video that explains why Anthem was so garbage. He has access to people we don't, obviously. And he was summarizing an article and talking to the writer of it about just why this was like the worst game of all time. And it's, like 40 minutes long?
Yeah, it
Uh,
was long.
The short
Yeah,
version
but
was
man.
just like people were being taken off the project to work on other games. Like Jim said, 6 years of pre-development and no one coming to like a central idea. Apparently, they took out Flight like several times. They took Flight out and put it back into the game, like back and forth, back and forth. They saw the E3 demo that they presented, and they were like, "Oh, that's the game we have to make." Well, fuck. I don't know if we could do that right now. And they were like 2 to 3 years out. It was just a complete
Yeah,
shit
no,
show.
it was bad. It was really bad.
And like the only thing I see on Reddit now is just people building their mechs to look like certain characters. That's all a game's good for now. And it's fucking hilarious. That's all it is. It's just a mech builder game, but you don't play the mechs. Like people are still
Yeah.
complaining about loot drops and fighting these big bosses. It's just
No, it's
game's gone
bad.
so wrong.
Yeah, it's bad. It is this. But you know what's not bad and kind of funny at the same time? Rainbow is magic.
Yes.
Just want to throw this out here.
April
So in case
Fools.
somebody happens, or actually, wait, does that end like today?
Yeah, I think that ends like in their normal update cycle
Oh,
or refresh
well,
cycle.
perhaps we should have said something previous. But if y'all haven't played that, it's fantastic. It's a kid's room from House. They put the plane map, presidential plane, in the bedroom, and this woman, like supposedly the mom, narrates the story of the Rainbow Six friends and the meanies, and they have to save Mr. Bear. It's a hostage style. The bear looks like Dancing Bear, and you're lying if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. And it is absolutely fantastic. It's a really, really fun game mode. Too bad it's on one of the worst maps, but it's fun because in the background you can hear the mom like yelling at the kids and taking out the trash, and like all that kind of stuff. So it's just really amusing to play.
So this came out April 1st, and I thought this was another one of those like April Fool's joke type thing. I was like, this has to be horseshit. This looks hilarious in their like promo on Instagram because it's like Blackbeard doing like the splits, like what's his name? I can't fucking remember his name right now, but
What?
uh,
Tachanka's unicorn horn?
that's amazing. But like certain operators are like dressed up in like their normal tactical outfit, but
It
it's
was-
all pink. Like,
I mean, that's like most of them, though.
Yeah, it's only the 4 that were in the main screen are the only ones that had special
Yeah.
outfit.
Tachanka has
Oh,
a
really?
unicorn.
Tachanka, Montaigne,
Blackbeard.
Smoke and Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Smoke looks like a kitty. Blackbeard just has a man bun. That's all it really is to it. Everything else is just pink on him. And then Montaigne just is a butterfly. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And then you can unlock those skins, but then all the other operators you can play, and they also limited who you could pick. I'm kind of glad they did that because then everyone would pick Glass for the whole entire thing. But all the other characters are like just one solid like plastic color to look like toy soldiers. And it was the happiest thing I was April Fool's on, an April Fool's joke. So I really thought this wasn't a real thing. I was like, this is bullshit. But I started seeing screenshots on Reddit, and I was like, fuck, this might be a real thing, and I have to come back to Rainbow. Like, this is amazing.
It was fun, but it was also fun to not get spawn peaked every 5 seconds.
Oh, dude, I got ready for those spawn peaks every single time.
Well, yeah, just pick somebody with an ACOG.
With Blackbeard, DMR, I'm ready to fucking roll.
Yeah. It was fun playing some of the normal maps, though, getting back into it.
I mean, games that do stuff like that brings us back. Like, we got almost the whole crew back to full man squad Rainbow Six.
Yeah, that hadn't happened in a long time.
I know, and it was just
Monkey
so
hit
much
us up.
fun.
Tonight was like, Rainbow? Oh, yeah.
I was like, think about it, but I want to record before it gets too late.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm spending some time with the wife tonight. I need some sleep.
But, yeah, that was awesome. I still haven't even played the new operators yet. I need to unlock them. I'm debating whether to put money towards the season pass because we haven't really been playing that often, or just use the accumulation of credits I have. Because I could buy them all and still have a good bit. So, I don't know. Did you guys?
I went ahead and just did the season pass to throw some money at them. I've played so much of that game, and you start talking about going into the summer where like nothing that I would care about is going to come out. I'm going to get burnt out on everything. The multiplayer games are the ones that hold my attention. So,
actually, I don't think we have anything. I don't remember anything big announced for Q2 of this year, or even Q3, like that I care about.
Because also
Jedi Fallen Order was announced for Q3.
Is that really coming out Q3 this year?
I believe it's this year.
Like I haven't looked at the.
I'll have
the
to
teaser.
double check. 4/13/19. Oh no, that's the trailer. Sorry, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah, but I was like, that's the. I thought it was a teaser trailer. Like, they're still working on that game.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up what's coming out this year.
Well, he does that, but yeah, I mean, nothing's really. Then again, I gotta start looking at the PC realm of things now that I have one. Even if it's just like some fun indie games like Hyper Light Drifter or Stardew Valley, like.
Well,
start
we also have the Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah, that now we're gonna be a part of.
Don't remind me about that.
I've never
much money.
Spent my all my friends like, dude, I got like 400 games. I've only played like 5 of them. I'm like, how much money is that? Like, damn.
If it's during the summer sale, $5.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but still, it's just kind of like.
We're fucked.
I don't know. I was like, maybe I'll buy this, maybe I'll buy that.
We're so fucked if they put Rainbow on sale. Because I know I'll buy it.
Yeah, I would.
Battletoads is supposed to come out this year.
Battletoads?
What?
You not remember Battletoads on like the Super Nintendo?
Dude, I wasn't allowed to have a video game system until N64 came out. I think that's why I turned into a gamer, is because I was told for my entire life that I wasn't allowed to play.
I don't remember Battletoads.
It was also like a big prank thing that people did on GameStop before like internet memes really big. So to troll the trolls, they remade Battletoads.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to look this up. I don't think I've ever played this before, but I could be wrong. The name's just not ringing a bell. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't think I read it either.
Yeah, I mean,
Gears 5 is supposed to release this year.
Gears 5?
Yeah, TBD 2019.
What?
Really?
Yep.
How the fuck do you not know about this, Danny?
I mean, I've seen stuff about it. I just don't care. Like,
But
I
it's
just want to play the game when it comes out.
but
I
it's
got enough
gears.
shit going on in my life that, dude, I don't even follow football that much anymore.
Yeah, it's like
Shoot,
you
man.
didn't even know that the season's over or something.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm confused.
What
Because
It's like
everybody's going on all this draft stuff and spring games, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll see y'all in the end of August.
that Skull and Bones is supposed to release this year too. That's the one that they took the engine for Assassin's Creed Black Flag
Uh-huh.
and made it into its own pirate game.
You now have my undivided attention, Jeff. I must know more.
How have you not heard about these games coming out?
Sea of Thieves.
No, this is not going to be
No Man's Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. It's a pirate ship game with the essential takes from the naval combat that Assassin's Creed had in Black Flag.
I will say
Flesh it
that.
out more. It has a competitive PvP mode.
You have
I'll
my
have to
attention.
play-
I need to go look this up.
Yeah.
What
Skull
subreddits
and
do you follow
Bones.
this shit on?
What subreddits? I didn't. I'm on IGN.
Oh, I don't go to that website. Ugh.
Yeah, right. Total War, it just came out recently.
That kind of sounds familiar. I gotta get back
Tropico
into
6
Ethos.
came out this year.
Tropico 6?
You never played any of the Tropico games either?
I have no idea what he's talking about
No.
either.
Play as Fidel
So-
Castro. You're basically Fidel Castro. You have an island and you're a fucking dictator.
Is it that island game where you play as like hot chicks and it's like a fighter game
No,
in bikinis?
Tropico. No, that was a Dead or Alive game.
You would know that.
I would know that. I mean, it only came out when I was like 15 years old. Fucking sue me.
Fair enough, yeah. I mean, no shame. I knew what that game was too.
Tropico 6, it's a country building dictator game where you can bring tiny island nation to true glory. Upstanding by letting you steal national monuments as your own. So you can fucking steal the Statue of Liberty and put it on your fucking island, basically.
And then what?
that was gonna be my question.
It's just ridiculous. I'm gonna post some of these trailers in the
Put them in the Discord. I'll make a channel
Yeah.
for like upcoming games or something like that. And
You don't even have to. I'll just like send you guys these trailers just so you can see how ridiculous
it's-
some
we'll
of the
put
games
them in
are.
the general to get the people in there to talk about it. Like, I want to hear what other people think about these games
Yeah,
and what they
yeah,
find.
that's true.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie, Kirk. I think what just happened kind of embodies the way you and I kind of look at things. Just like, you could put the Statue of Liberty on your island. Okay.
and then what? I don't give a
The
fuck
games
about
that I
the statue.
like to play, there needs to be a winner and there needs to be a loser, so I can strive to win. Because I just,
Because if you ain't first, you're last.
something like that. Yeah. I pretty much agree with that.
I'm with you on that, Denny, but I take it 1+ more, and I think Destiny 2 does is the best. Like, you earn stuff after those hard victories.
Well, to show off.
Yeah, like you earn like a trophy, and then you keep playing, and people are like, oh shit, he knows how to do this shit. Let's go link up with him.
I
Destiny
mean,
did
I
that
remember
perfectly.
what the end of Destiny 1 and the Rise of Iron. If we were up late and drinking, raiding, and then everybody else got off, we would just post 2 drunk level 400s or whatever for hire and just go help kids do stuff.
And then they would look us up like, oh shit, they have the raid banner, and they've done it 10 times. Let's join these guys.
Oh, and Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out this Christmas.
Are you gonna buy me a Nintendo DS for Christmas to play this game?
It's only going to be on the Switch.
Are you
All
gonna buy
right,
me
let's
a
skip that
Switch?
game.
No, but I'm going to probably buy myself a Switch.
I'm actually tempted to buy a Switch just to play Legend or Zelda.
Whatever happened to everything's coming to Xbox or some horse shit you were telling me about?
Xbox Live's coming to Nintendo systems.
No, it's on Xbox Live. They're releasing some games through the Xbox Game Pass to the Switch. When all that happened, I looked up if they were going to do if Nintendo was going to do something similar for Xbox. They didn't deny it, but it's not happening this year.
I could have sworn I heard something on a podcast or read something that like Xbox Live is coming to Nintendo Switch, so you can like talk to your friends that are on Xbox Live as well. Like Xbox is trying to spread their influence as far as they can until PS4 has to give in.
Well, what I think Microsoft and Xbox are doing is that they're trying to beat Google and Amazon to the punch as the streaming service of choice.
We could talk about that for a minute. I thought that was. I've been hearing a lot about that. I didn't say anything in any of the podcasts until now, just because I was like, I want to see where they're actually going with this. So, Apple, Google, and I don't think there's any other companies. There's probably more coming after this, but they're announcing that they're going to do a streaming service for video games, just like how you watch Netflix movies through a streaming service. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to log into your browser. Doesn't matter how shitty or how good your computer is. You just need a browser to connect to and a good internet connection, and you can play whatever games you want to. Now, with that said, that sounds like a hardware fucking nightmare. Because movies and TV shows and video games are two completely different things.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't think so either. Maybe for indie games.
It's gonna be a very expensive
I would say
subscription.
the only thing would be like, it's like Xbox Game Pass. Like you download the game, it's just that you paying for the pass unlocks your ability to launch and play it. I mean, it would be almost no different than what's already happening now. It would just be them trying to, create the service for it.
Well, if Amazon, Google, and Apple are going to try to give you AAA title games at launch, it's going to be extremely expensive. And frankly, I probably wouldn't bite that bullet.
No, I'd rather just...
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to be able to try them out. Because, I mean, here's the thing. It would be extremely expensive because they would have to bank on something making money. And then, like, say Anthem comes around and Apple and all these, Amazon threw all this money at it, and everybody's like, oh my God, this game sucks. And they cancel their subscription.
Well, it could be like a double-edged sword, though, because we look at what streaming has done for television and movies with Netflix and Amazon and HBO.
You're talking people making their own stuff to where it's going to be better than what we've come to accept. I mean, I see what you're saying there.
It like I said, we won't know until it actually happens, but there is a possibility of that. My only worry is that it's going to be more than $60 a month to...
Oh, fuck yeah. It's going to be super expensive.
Oh, it's going to be extra. I mean, here's the thing, though. The price of games hasn't risen since, like, Halo 2 or 3 came out. I mean, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, everybody bitches about microtransactions, but that takes that barrier to entry, puts it down low, and who cares if you don't have the pay-to-look-pretty princess system? Like, deal with it.
Oh, and I'm about to make Kirk extremely happy. Borderlands 3 release date September 13, 2019.
Okay, so I've never played any of those games.
How have you never played Borderlands?
Because I never finished any of those games either, Jeff.
Because by the time I heard about it, it was just like, it was already done.
I think Jeff's about to rage quit because I played those games, but I never beat them.
You two are ridiculous.
I mean, isn't it like kind of like a Destiny-esque thing?
I feel like it's a watered down Destiny.
You two are fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so instead of yelling at us, explain to me.
Explain the appeal.
It's single or co-op. Run and gun. There will be 1 billion unique weapons in Borderlands 3.
Okay, so same thing like Destiny, different guns with different roles.
Oh,
okay.
No.
No.
Oh, no.
But wait, there's more.
There are so many unique guns in Borderlands that if you were to like compare the like exotics in Destiny to like the high-end loot in Borderlands, the Borderlands shit is so much more fun. They're crazy. Like I had a gun once that screamed on every bullet fire.
So kind of like the 1,000 voices before the patch?
Yes.
I'm going to hold you to this, Jeff.
Yeah, somehow I feel like we're being fed a Anthem-style press conference right
Bullshit.
now,
Oh, no. I mean, there's 2 other games. It's not fucking terrible. It has a cult following for a
okay.
reason.
First off, I'm picking at you. Okay, so there's that.
I had another gun that had infinite ammo.
Okay.
As long as I kept firing, it did. Well, it would expend the ammo, but it wouldn't stop firing.
Oh, so
Okay,
you
what?
could not let go of the trigger, but you would have unlimited ammo if you just held the trigger the whole entire time.
Yeah, like the clip would never run out.
I could see some fun with that.
No, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I would love another game to dick around and have fun, but like, what are we talking about in terms of actual like gameplay? Like story missions, any open world type areas, strikes,
They're kind of open
raids?
world. It's not going to be one of those games. It's a story based game.
So where's the replay value stand? That I mean, in this day and age, the replayability is
the
only thing that
replayability
truly
in
matters.
Borderlands, especially with a billion weapons, is that they're probably going to be staggered based on what level your character is. So the higher your character level, aka respecking the game, restarting the game, gets you different weapons to play with.
So you play the same game over and over, just constantly leveling up?
And getting different weapons.
Okay. Oh, man, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would be interested to see, because I think, like, didn't they say
It's a story-based game, so it's not like...
Well, but I mean, that doesn't mean that it's bad, and I'm not saying...
Well, wasn't there like a PvP aspect to it, Jeff? Like, where you could play people that you invited to your game, but you can only have up to 4 people total?
Yeah, so you can bring in other people and you can fight each other, but it's not like...
It's not like we're going to the Crucible in Destiny.
No.
Okay. I mean, and I'm not opposed to anything in particular. I just...
That might be a game that we all play together and just go through the story and just have fun with the guns. Just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Shit, we might be
kind of like that.
The stories are ridiculous. I'm actually gonna find this. So
That's what I call my Sunday morning coffee games.
In Borderlands 2,
like
they released like each character has its own story and everything, and they have a persona about them.
I mean, if those personas are gonna make me laugh my ass off, which I think Borderlands is doing with most of their characters, I think they've gotten better with it through the games. Now I'm speaking from not really playing too much of Borderlands 2, but just like seeing like some of the promos and like I heard that there's a Telltale game that came out for Borderlands to like go through more of the story and the lore. If those characters are funny as shit, like what's another good game like the Far Cry games or Saints Row, that whole series where like the characters are so ridiculous it just makes me laugh my ass off. I'll fucking love just to play that game just to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Kirk. I still haven't finished Far Cry, but we kind of jump around. But like that game overall is extremely enjoyable, and to play it in chunks and kind of come back, I still know the story. So
for everybody that's played Borderlands, I'm gonna interrupt Danny really quick. I just sent them the Krieg intro, which is possibly the best intro ever. So they'll watch that.
Yeah, we'll watch it after
at some point. Right now, Kai is texting me. I guess he's got a gaming PC and he wants to play Apex.
The infection has spread. Holy shit. What else was it? I want to talk about like kind of games that I'm craving right now to play. Is like I heard that The Walking Dead, the last episode of season 3 is out, and I played the first 2 seasons, and that game was fucking incredible storytelling. Oh my fucking god. I don't know if any of you guys have played that at all, but I didn't realize how much I enjoyed like Telltale style games where you have to like it's pick and choose your own story, and then just hit a couple buttons. There's no action based. Danny would probably absolutely hate this game, but
why, man?
I mean, am I wrong? Are you gonna sit there and watch an interactive movie for 8 hours?
See, I've heard about this, and it has my attention and little bit of intrigue. I I don't know, man. I mean, you guys still know that I still at least once a year play through BioShock.
Yeah.
I mean, I just when it's I love story games when it's interesting when to play through them. I
Yeah.
mean, I probably beat Halo 1 40 times.
Yeah.
Like, just trying out fun, different stuff. Like, I like it. It's just when I don't have a lot of time to game to jump on and be able to play, some fast and fun rounds of Apex or Rainbow or whatever. That's just kind of where I'm at in life because I don't have, the time to sit down. Like, I work every Saturday. You guys know this. I'm on and off all day because I got to work.
Yeah.
Then, it just is what it is.
Those games are kind of like a morning coffee game where you just like play through like a chunk of it because you can get through them pretty
You
fast.
stealing my thing there?
Yes, I am stealing your thing. I actually, like I said, you probably didn't hear me earlier, but I was like, I like that. That
Yeah,
sounds
it's a
really
Sunday
nice.
morning coffee game.
Yes.
When you're hungover from going out and partying in downtown Austin, you come home, wake up, make a pot of coffee, and you can't quite think, but you can't sleep. Best
Yeah.
time.
That probably be a game for you because it is a like fun interactive story. There's not much like button mashing, moving. It's just more of like talking to characters and getting their perspective and figuring out clues.
Well, here's something fun. This is random, and I almost don't want to ruin this, but just go have fun with it now that you guys have PCs. Go to Steam and search for a game. I think it's called like Morii.
Morii.
Yeah, that's your homework before the next podcast. Go play through that game from start to finish.
How do you spell it?
I don't even know. Moria. See if you can find it. Play the
Yeah.
game from start to finish. It'll take you roughly 5 minutes, and then we'll talk about that. In case there's some regular listeners that have no clue what I'm talking about, go to Steam, download Moria. It takes 5 minutes to play, and it's fantastic. I've quote unquote beaten the game at least 10 to 15 times. It's
Okay.
We'll talk about that next podcast.
I'm pulling it up right now on my computer as we're finishing.
Was that
up
how you
here.
spell it? Moria?
No, I haven't got Steam up yet, but yeah, I want to
Okay.
check that out. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to
it's-
before the next podcast too. Try to beat Hyperlight Drifter. That's a fun like indie. It's like a top-down indie game.
Okay.
But I think it's like a total of 8 to 10 hours, and then I'll start occasionally playing Stardew Valley. Like I've heard, but yeah, that's quoting you. You hear it now. I'm quoting you. It's a morning cup of coffee type of game.
Sunday morning coffee.
Sunday
All right.
morning. Because StarCraft story mode right now is my morning cup of coffee game before I go
Hell
to
yeah,
work
dude.
during the
Shit's
story.
fun.
I can knock out like 30 minutes to an hour and like do a mission.
No, that's generally the best.
Where is my
But yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. I think that's the homework for people listening. Go play Moria, and we'll reconvene in 2
later
weeks
date.
once the division raid is dropped. We'll have some insight on that, and
Yeah.
kind of take a look. But I think that's it right there. Go play Moria, and I know you'll play it probably about 4 or 5 times minimum because it's that much fun
Morii.
or interesting, shall I say?
Yeah, I'll put
But,
it in the show notes. I'll even link like Angry Joe's video about Anthem, so you guys can watch that as well.
yeah, there you go. That's
It's
perfect.
fucking hilarious. It is a 30 to 40-minute video, so unlike us, like we watch most of these videos at the office when we're working, but it's worthwhile
Wish I
to
could.
watch it. Is it
No, you're
more
good.
high? I think I found it.
Moria, it's like the most. It's worse than like N64 graphics.
Will we figure out what this game is called?
Is it
Dang
like
it,
a
I'm on-
medieval game?
Hold on.
Will we keep talking about
For a minute
it?
there, Jeff, I thought you were like a trailer accidentally started playing. I thought you were the trailer. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, stop. What the fuck? Edit this shit.
Hold on.
Will it continue to confuse?
See, that's a much more announcer voice.
Oh no, that's the wrong game.
Wrong game. Oh, okay.
Dang it!
Will this episode ever end?
Crap.
It's not going to end until Danny at least figures out what this game is.
Hold on.
I am extremely intrigued. We apologize, folks.
So basically, the whole thing was that you spawned in the town, you talk to everybody. The farmer's daughter has gone missing, and you go searching for her, and you go into this
farmer's
cave.
Daughter.
And so you go in this cave, and you kind of see some stuff, and then you encounter a guy. You know, you hear her screaming in the background, and you encounter a guy, and he's walking towards you holding a knife covered in blood. And it gives you a choice. What do you do? Are you going to kill him, or do you let him pass? And he gives you an explanation of, oh, this is why you shouldn't kill me. Please let me go. And then you get to decide. But what you come to find out is that when you were in there, she was being attacked by something, and you killed the something, but she's in pain, and you're leaving to go get help. But you're covered in blood carrying a knife, and the woman's screaming and dying on the ground. So what it is as you're playing the game, you decide whether to kill or let the other guy pass. Well, when you start to walk out of the cave to get help, it says, all right, type in your explanation, and the next person that plays the game gets to decide whether they kill you or let you pass based on your explanation, and it shoots you an email and lets you know what the next person that played the game did to you.
Oh, did you find this game yet? What the name of it is?
Yeah,
it's taken down.
Yeah, it's taken down forever. I told you that. It was... Oh, hell, I can't remember. Moirai. So I was pretty close. But yeah, so like the first time when it first came out, it was kind of cool. But then like, I feel bad for some people that were played at the first con because they'd be like, yo, bro, me and these bros was running a train on this hoe, bro. And like, okay, well, that's obviously not what the game is. But I think people started doing that too much. And so they just decided to take it down. But yeah, it was pretty cool. But anyway, so that dragged on a lot longer. You don't have any homework anymore, but we'll see you guys in 2 weeks after we get to play this raid, see if it's worth the crap in Division 2. And appreciate if you're still listening to this point. You'll find all the ways to contact us in the show notes. And
I'll post
we are
all the
out.
links and the other stuff in there as well.
And as always, let your friends know about these three goofballs.
Dude, this
that you're
announcer
listening
voice
to.
is creeping the shit out of me.
Yeah,
You
I
have
know.
to
It is
stop this,
creepy.
man. Yeah. See you guys.
We're going to pretend like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Catch y'all later.
Yeah.
Fuck it.